Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Tyler G from Batman Figs on Instagram, and today's The New Batman Adventures review is going to be on the episode titled Love is a Croc. Now, at the very beginning, we get to see a familiar character that we haven't seen since the original Batman the Animated Series. Her name is Mary Doll, and people know her as Baby Doll. And we see her working at a hotel room, and we see a drunk man harassing her, saying, "Hey, you used to be someone, didn't you? Like, yeah, you were on that TV show. You got that disease." And so we see immediately what she's known for and what she has to deal with, most likely on a day-to-day basis, since she was a big TV star. And you can tell that she's pissed. And he says, "Hey, do something funny," like she's a trained circus animal. And so she slams his head into a desk and shoves a book on top of it. And then she leaves and she turns on the TV just in time to see the killer Croc before his sentence hearing before a judge. And he gives a speech about how he's different and how, society shunned him and stuff, and that's why he is the way he is. And nevertheless, the judge still says, he has to be sent up the river. So we know that he's going to be getting the death penalty. And before that, we see Mary Doll visit him, and she works out a thing saying, "Hey, I know what you're going through, and I'm going to help you out." And so she breaks him out as Baby Doll, doing a bunch of little kid toy weapons, and she breaks him out. And from there, they go on a crime spree, and they are heralded as Gotham's Bonnie and Clyde. And Baby Doll thinks everything's great, except one thing. Croc always tends to go out at night, taking some money, and she doesn't know what he does or where he goes. But that's okay with her. She's happy in her fantasy world of finally being accepted by someone and in love. In fact, but before Croc goes, we see she does want him to stay, and she's cries out to him "Crocky, no!" And she's holding on to his coat. And we see Croc turn around and, raise the hand like he's about to slap her, but he doesn't, and he just leaves. Then the next scene, we see Batman and Batgirl going after Killer Croc and Baby Doll in a boat because Batman says all their crimes have been near water. And they happen to run into Baby Doll and Croc stealing from I think it's a casino on a boat. So they stop them there, and they see where their hideout is when they flee toward the sewers. And Croc is pissed that they almost got caught and they didn't get the money. So he goes out again, but this time Baby Doll follows him, and she hears him say to two women that are on his arm, "I'm going solo as soon as I get enough cash." And the one woman says, "Well, what about the little woman?" And, after that, he says, "Well, that's fine. I'm going solo. I don't need her." And then we see Baby Doll is actually watching in the background, so she hears the whole thing, which you kind of feel really bad for. But then after that, we see that Baby Doll, she wakes up Croc at their home, and she says, "Croc, I got an idea, I got the new plan." And so the next scene, we see them breaking into it's a Gotham power plant, and we see Baby Doll turn on the ignition system to set off a bomb, basically. And Croc is like, "Hey, okay, what's the plan? Do we ask for a ransom and we'll shut it off, or what?" And Baby Doll says, "We don't do anything. We're going to die together. I saw what you did at the docks, and I'd rather kill you here, and I'd rather die with you than have you think that you could go behind my back and do all this stuff and then get rid of me and just use me." She doesn't say exactly those words, but that's what we get out of it. And then we see, Batman and Batgirl show up, they stop everything, and Croc is knocked out at the end, and Baby Doll is like, "Why'd you do it, Croc? Why'd you do it? If you would have just been good, we could have been perfect, everything could have been happy, just like on TV." And so it's actually, it's a devastating episode, and some people were like, "I don't really like this episode," on my Instagram. Some people are like, I think they should have just stopped after the first Baby Doll episode. But I think that they took these two characters that have similar backstories in the fact that they're kind of freaks, they're kind of sideshow acts. Killer Croc was in a circus and then became a wrestler. Baby doll is basically on TV and paraded in front of everyone to be for their entertainment just because of her disease and her, like, she's just a freak to see. So it is kind of, they link up in that way. And, you know, Croc is just, he doesn't care about anything, but Baby doll actually does care. And the whole reason she wanted to be with Croc is because of their commonality. And she figured, you know, maybe Croc feels the way I do, or he just wants to be loved and he wants someone to be with to create this reality in their own world where we're normal and we can just be with each other and be happy. But Croc doesn't feel that same way, and so the episode goes the way that it goes. And I think it is really, it's tragic. I feel like it happens to a lot of people that just feel, you know, that they're different, but they're really not that different from everyone else. So I don't know. I think it's a great episode. It's not the best, it's not the worst, but I think it's right in the wheelhouse where it's very entertaining, a lot happens, and it has a moral story to it as well. So that's my episode that's the episode review for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will get back to doing toy reviews soon. So, you know, stick with me. All right? Thank you, and I will see you soon.